There's so many different types of shows. Obviously there are types of shows where you need a lot of production to get it to happen. But then there's also those really interesting shows where it's just 4 people in a room and people in the audience still feel something. I think that's great. I'm really, really interested in how you put on a show and the mechanics behind putting on something that everyone believes is real, kind of the mechanics behind magic, so to say. I just came back from Malaysia, where my family is. Because I'd been at home for the summer holidays, I couldn't be involved in MOAT, and I was really sad about that.
We emailed her desperately looking for a production manager, saying, just in case you're interested. And she wrote back and said she'd love to.
So I got on the job once I landed in Australia, which was basically 2.5 weeks before opening night.
Which was amazing and solved so many problems for us, just to know that during the actual run of the production we would have someone to be our mum and look after us.
Oh, it's nice to see you.
I think my real job is just to make everything run smoothly and try to take everything that Zoe doesn't need to deal with right now and do it for her. That covers props, sets, making sure the actors are here, making sure things run on time.
On my way to what we'll see.
We've called it the most excellent and lamentable tragedy of Romeo and Juliet, and I came into it as director and I wanted to do something a bit different with it because it's been done so many times.
Despite his voice should be a Montague.
Zoe as a director is something that really intrigued me about this production.
Can I go forward when my heart is here?
Good, door 1.
She's taking a really youthful, kind of childlike approach to it.
We've got a cast of 6 women, 5 of whom play Romeo, 1 of whom plays Juliet.
I expect it to be fuller by next week. This is pretty much the raw material.
Jez and Maria, pronounce this sentence then.
We are 3 days away from opening night. We are 2 days away from opening night. Well, there's today. Today's not over yet. And then tomorrow, and then opening night.
I'll tell thee and thou ask me again.
The biggest thing that we haven't had now in the space is feathers.
We also use food on stage. We're going to have a big cake.
And then there's also going to be blood. Yeah, blood, feathers, and cakes. That should be our tagline. Ooh. Oh, that's gross. We have kind of a box in student theater called the blood box. So it's got things like corn syrup, chocolate syrup, soy sauce. And this is fake blood that we got at a magic shop. We have a lot of white things in the play, so we got to see how well the white and the red pair together. So it's just a matter of testing out which mixture works best, like a mad scientist.
Please take me seriously.
And we're done.
Those of you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to miss.
Two households!
I think the dynamics between this cast and what they bring to the table is really interesting to me.
My heart still love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet.
Tonight's opening night. So this is the first time our show is going to be seen by a proper audience. So we're all very excited and nervous.
Excited, nervous, excited, nervous.
I'm going to have to check my list.
Shah has a list, so I'm really happy she has a list.
Cut and frosted the cake, filled up 2 buckets, Benny's bottle, Juliet's knife, front of house person, our tech guy, so he's here. Blood bombs, doing that now. Fill pool of feathers. Okay, so one thing left after the blood bombs.
I think we've shaken the cobwebs last night and tonight's going to rock pretty hard.
I can hear my friends in the foyer. It's great, I'm excited.
Before I came to university, you know, you learn things on your own, but it's such a narrow view. Whereas when I came here, it's not just the views of my lecturers that I'm getting to find out about, it's the views of my classmates, and the scope just gets so much bigger. can't pinpoint what it is, what makes it so special. That's why I think I like being behind the scenes, because I hope one day to find the answer to what makes theatre so great.